Hello, Fugman families. Welcome to our 6th grade virtual Block F ceremony. Although we can't be together in person, we are so excited to recognize the hard work and achievement of these special Marlins. The Block F Award is the most prestigious award a Fugman student can earn. These students have worked so hard in the classroom, on the fields and courts, on stages, and in our community to earn this recognition. I recognize that this award ceremony is far from what we are used to putting on for the Block F. Seeing all of our students dress their best, walking across the stage with parents and family in the audience bursting with pride can't be replicated through a screen. But I encourage you not to let those shortcomings in any way diminish the pride you should have. We are going to celebrate this accomplishment, and to our Block F winners, I want you to know we are so proud of you and your hard work. Being your principal is an honor and privilege, and I could not be more proud to stand here and recognize you all. One highlight, though, of this new ceremony is that you don't have to pretend to laugh at my jokes in person. You can awkwardly giggle at your goofy principal from the comfort of your living room and couch. Congratulations, you are Block F recipients. Our Fugman family is cheering you on and swimming alongside you, even from a distance. We can't wait to see you continue to lead and represent as Broncos. We know you will make us proud. I would also like to take a moment to thank our amazing 6th grade teachers. They are truly awesome and so invested in our students. I am grateful to work alongside these phenomenal group of educators. Mrs Berger, Mrs Macias, and Mr Youngland, thank you. I'd also like to thank our office staff, custodians, and Mrs Oldham for their hard work. A few brief housekeeping items in terms of what to expect from this ceremony. I will be recognizing each individual recipient and reading the responses they submitted via Google Form. We will also have messages from their classroom teachers that you will see prior to recognizing each class. We will also be recognizing our 6th graders who have earned this distinguished honor for 3 years in a row. They will be receiving an additional medal to honor that special achievement. To our 3-year recipients, way to go. What an incredible honor. All right, I think we are ready. What do you guys say? I know the audience is chomping at the... Hey, settle down, folks. Calm down. They're going crazy out there. All right, we're getting started. I know. All right, let's get this thing moving. First up, it will be room 21, Mr. Youngman's class.
Congratulations, Marlins, on earning your Block F award. It's such a difficult year with so many challenges, less opportunities. You accomplished so much. I'm really, really proud of all that you've done, and I can't wait to hear of your successes in the years coming. Block F is not an easy award, and you did it. Congratulations, Marlins. Way to go, and way to go, future Broncos.
Thank you, Mr. Youngland. Our first recipient from room 21 is Leila Abu Salem. Leila is a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award and will be receiving a medal along with her disc. Leila notes that her greatest accomplishment this school year is that she pushed herself to do things she never thought she could do. For example, she played sports such as basketball, volleyball, and softball. She also got out of her comfort zone trying cheerleading for the first time. She's been pushing herself academically and working super hard to get good grades. In 10 years, Leila sees herself in her 2nd year of college studying to be a pediatric physical therapist at Stanford Children's Hospital. She will also be learning business, as that is one of her other favorite things to study. She's also going to be training hard for karate as one of her favorite hobbies. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank are her parents and her teacher. Her parents have supported her in everything she does. They have been there in the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they're always there for her. She'd also like to thank her teacher, Mr. Youngman. He has been an amazing teacher and prepared me not only for the path of school, but the path of life. Great job, Leila, 3-time Block F recipient. We are proud of you. Our next recipient is Madison Alcorn. Madison is also a 3-year recipient of the Block F honor. Madison's greatest accomplishment this school year has been achieving principal honor roll the first 2 quarters of 6th grade. She was receiving a B, but didn't really understand everything that she learned. She set goals to receive the principal's honor roll and worked really hard to achieve it. She studied extra hard, wrote better notes, and in order to have all the information she needed to be successful. When she tried hard, the results were amazing, and she ended up receiving Principal's Honor Roll in the third quarter. This helped her learn that she can do anything if she tries her best. That is awesome, Madison. In 10 years, she will be 22, so she would just be graduating college and heading off to get her master's or doctorate degree. She's looking forward to coming home and seeing her family after hanging out with friends at graduation. It will be a big year since she is graduating college and will probably just be heading into more school to become a doctor. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank are her parents, not only for their support, but her parents have also made a huge impact on life, and in a good way by supporting and helping her in everything that she does. They were always there for her, whether it was school or sports or anything. They would always help her with homework and to study, and would also cheer her on in all of her sports events. She would like to thank them for everything they did, because they really did help make it to this point to which she is receiving this award for the third time, heading off to middle school. Our next recipient from room 21 is Jeevan Dylan. Jeevan's greatest accomplishment this school year was to get awards in Sparthini. He sees himself in college or university studying to be a registered nurse in 10 years. His greatest inspiration, and anyone he would like to thank, includes his mom, because she always helps him in any situation. Great job, Jeevan. Our next recipient is Justin Doe. Justin is also a 3-time honoree and recipient of the Block F Award. Justin's greatest accomplishment this school year is that he has completed is becoming the student body president, also known as the 6th grade president. In 10 years, Justin sees himself studying at a university, and it would be his junior year of college, where he would be 21. His greatest inspirations are his parents. He would like to thank them for all of their hard work in helping them to combat the corona disease, also COVID-19, and to help ensure that him and others are safe and allow events such as this one to take place. Great job, Justin. Our next recipient from room 21 is Bella Goswami. Bella's greatest accomplishment this year is getting her grades higher each quarter. In 10 years, she sees herself in medical school studying dermatology. Her greatest inspiration is her aunt and her parents, because they help with her work, and her aunt is a 7th grade teacher. Great job, Bella. Our next recipient is Ritika Hiragadar. Ritika's greatest accomplishment this school year was earning Principal's Honor Roll all 3 quarters in a row, and doing some sports that she had never done before. In 10 years, Ritika sees herself in medical school, where she aspires to be a doctor when she grows up. After university or college, she will then go to medical school and learn the skills required to be a doctor. So that is where she hopes to be. One of her greatest inspirations is her mom, who helps her focus on study and her interests. She would also like to thank her teacher, who guided her through the school year, finding many ways to make learning fun and interesting. Great job, Ritika. Our next recipient is Manraj Kalam. Manraj has earned this Block F honor 3 years in a row. He is another 3-year recipient. Great job, Manraj. Manraj's greatest accomplishment this school year was that he was able to improve his grades by the end of the year. He worked and studied very hard almost every day in order to achieve this goal. In 10 years, Manraj sees himself nearing the completion of college studying engineering. His greatest inspiration and who he would like to thank is his family. They always motivate him to do better, the best he can do. He would also like to specifically thank his teacher, Mr. Youngman, who has helped him very much throughout the year. Great job, Manraj. Our next recipient from room 21 is Brooke Oldham. Brooke is a 3-time Block F recipient. Way to go, Brooke. Her greatest accomplishment this school year was when she earned straight A's. In 10 years, Brooke sees herself in college, studying to be a teacher. Hopefully at Fugman, but definitely in Clovis Unified. I added that second part. Brooke's greatest inspiration is her mom, because she works really, really hard. She has worked really hard to be a teacher and now a vice principal. Way to go, Brooke. Our next recipient from room 21 is Priya Parvati. Priya's greatest accomplishment this year, besides beating Mr. Olson in math facts, I'm just kidding, Priya, has been how much she has grown as a person. But one of her greatest accomplishments has been participating in more extracurricular activities, such as sports, academic clubs, and community service. Initially, she said she was nervous about trying new things, but after a while, she realized that these new experiences were more enjoyable and exciting than she had expected. Facing her fears by overcoming her shyness and meeting new people has really bettered her, she says. This is why she feels that it's her greatest accomplishment. In 10 years, Priya says that she would be finishing up college and getting ready to continue her education, possibly in fields such as mathematics, engineering, medicine, or physics. By doing so, she would be able to do what she loves, helping others. She also wants to help them wherever they're at, whether in the workplace or in the world itself. Priya's greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank, she says, this might be unusual, but my younger brother Arjun. Arjun is actually my most powerful inspiration for everything I do. Since he has autism, having Arjun as a sibling has helped me fully realize how fortunate I am. Arjun has taught me the importance of patience, loyalty, and kindness to all people, no matter what their size, shape, color, age, intelligence, or personality. I would also like to thank my amazing parents, whom have shown me that working hard can get anyone anywhere in life, as well as my teacher, Mr. Youngman, with whom an abundant surplus of cheesy jokes has prepared me for the rest of his class and for the years ahead, both educationally and morally. My coaches, friends, Taekwondo instructors, and classmates have all guided me and lifted my spirits. Thank you to all of these wonderful people. Great job, Priya. Our next recipient from room 21 is Radhika Parika. Radhika's greatest accomplishment this year is that she was earned awards and recognition for her art. She earned awards for her Martin Luther King Jr. art, her Birch Tree art, and for her art at the Fresno Fair Junior Art Contest. In 10 years, Radhika sees herself in medical school, learning to be a doctor. Her greatest inspiration are her parents and family, who support and help her when she needs it. Great job, Radhika. Our next recipient is Stella Saida. Stella is a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Stella. Her greatest accomplishment this school year was earning this award. She stayed focused, did all of her work, which was especially a struggle during quarantine. But she is glad that she did because she is now a 3-year Block F recipient. In 10 years, Stella sees herself in her senior year of college. Her goal is to get into UCLA. She's not sure what she wants to do yet, but maybe even participate in cheer in college. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank are her parents. Even when she wanted to give up, they would not let her, and they would always push her even harder than they had before. When she was up late studying, they would be right by her side helping her. She is so thankful to have great parents who support her in everything that she does. Way to go, Stella. Our next recipient from room 21 is Catherine Stockdale. Catherine is also a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Catherine. Her greatest accomplishment this year was earning the Block F Award for the 3rd time. This award has truly helped her become well-rounded and involved. Without Block F, she says she wouldn't have such close friends or had fun in athletics or extracurricular activities. As she has earned this award all 3 years, she has had the best time in elementary school. She has made the best of her time in elementary school, In 10 years, Catherine says she sees herself at 22 years old, most likely graduating from pre-medical school, studying for human or veterinary career. She would pursue this career and like to have a job where she can help those in need. Though this is her current dream career, she is still not sure which path life will take. And that's okay. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank are her parents. They are supportive and they always encourage her to follow her dreams. When she needs guidance in situations, they are always there. She says her parents love me for who I am, and I would like to thank them for everything they do for our family. Way to go, Catherine. Our next recipient from room 21 is Kaylee Reimer. Kaylee's greatest accomplishment this year was getting all A's in the 3rd quarter. She says she's worked very hard and stayed focused. In 10 years, Kaylee says she will be in college working to be a teacher, and she would love to teach the primary grades. Kaylee, do you want to come work at Fugman and Clovis Unified too? We are ready for you, girl. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank is Mr. Youngman for teaching her and making this year so fun and memorable. She would also like to thank her previous teachers, including Mr. Freitas, Mrs. Hales, Mrs. Rapier, and Mrs. Wilson. They were amazing teachers. Way to go, Kaylee. And our final recipient from room 21 is a 3-year Block F recipient, Jaya Uttam. Gia's greatest accomplishment this year, Gia's greatest accomplishment, has been to still do well in school while distance learning. This was a different school year, but she had finished all her work. She was involved in sports and in and out of school. She also spent a lot of free time trying new recipes and baking desserts from scratch. Gia, you can drop those off at the office anytime for Mr. Olson. In 10 years, she sees herself in college majoring in a science subject. The college will probably be somewhere in the U.S. She would also like a job at working in a coffee shop or restaurant. She may be living on her own without her parents in a big city like New York or Seattle. Or she could even go to college out of the country in Europe or Asia. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank are her parents for always pushing her to try new things and do her best. Gia, we are so proud of you. Great job. Our next class will be room 23, Mrs. Berger.
We want to honor each of you for your many efforts to achieve this Block F award today. You are the ones that worked at balancing your personal, academic, and co-curricular obligations, and I commend you for your dedication to excellence. I encourage you to not be satisfied with what you have achieved today, but instead to reflect on what has helped you earn this award, and then focus on how much more you can accomplish as you continue at Granite Ridge and Clovis North. Go Broncos!
Thank you, Mrs. Bird. Our first recipient from room 23 is Aline Arikian. Aline is a 3-time Block F recipient. Great job. Her greatest accomplishment this year was that even though she knew it was going to be difficult, she wanted to do well and achieve all A's for the entire school year. She worked hard, stayed focused, and was able to achieve that goal. In 10 years, Aline sees herself hoping to finish up her bachelor's degree in science or healthcare and continuing on for a master's, focusing on becoming a physician's assistant. Not too sure of her plan yet, but she would like to work in the medical field. Her greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank is, she says, I would like to say I am self-motivated, but I know that my family has raised me to be that way. So I guess I would thank my family for encouraging me to always do my best and hard work. Great job, Aline. Our next recipient from room 23 is Paravi Kalavagunta. Paravi's greatest accomplishment this year was her team winning first place in Destination Imagination. In 10 years, she sees herself going to a great college with her parents' support. Her greatest inspiration is J.K. Rowling. Great job, Paravi. Our next recipient is Kylie Kubo. Kylie's a 3-year Block F recipient. Way to go, girl. Her greatest accomplishment this school year was earning her Silver Award for Girl Scouts and being a top 20 finalist at the National History Day California competition. What an accomplishment. Kylie also sees herself in 10 years in graduate school, although undecided in which field. Her greatest inspiration, aside from her family, she says, is Mrs. Wilma Hashimoto because of her dedication to work with foster children. She would like to thank all of her teachers and staff at Fugman for inspiring and motivating her to be the best she can be. Our next recipient is Anya Patel. Anya is a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Great job, Anya. Anya's greatest accomplishment this school year was to get 2 awards in sports. Most Improved in Cross Country and the Coaches Award in basketball. She has never gotten a sports award, so she was very proud of this accomplishment. In 10 years, she sees herself studying some type of engineering university college, getting good grades, and having a few good and close friends. She is good in the subjects of math and science and has taken multiple programming, engineering, mathematical, and competition math classes. So she believes that she will have much success in the engineering field. Way to go, Anya. Oh, we missed one. Anya's greatest inspiration and who she would like to thank. Her teachers and mentors are her greatest inspiration. They have guided and supported and helped throughout the year. She would also like to thank all of the staff on campus for supporting and cheering on the students during these difficult times and even before all of this began. Great job, Anya. Our next recipient is Colette Simpson. Colette is also a 3-time Block F recipient. Way to go, Colette. Colette's greatest accomplishment this year has been earning Principal's Honor Roll each quarter. What an accomplishment. In 10 years, she sees herself graduating college and then moving on to graduate school. At the moment, she would like to be a veterinarian. Her greatest inspiration is her mom. She is my inspiration because she works hard every day and she helps me to get where I want to be. She says, I would like to thank my mom for all she does. I would also like to thank all of my past teachers. They have all gone above and beyond in helping students learn. Way to go, Colette. Our next recipient is Surya Superbunny, and Surya is the final recipient for Mrs. Berger's Room 23 class and is a 3-time Block F winner. His greatest accomplishment this school year was getting 2 main roles in the school's play. He did an awesome job. In 10 years, he sees himself finishing his last year of college and looking for good medical schools. His greatest inspiration is his mother. Great job, Surya. And thank you to all of our Congratulations to all of our Room 23 recipients. We are so proud of you. Awesome job. Our next class will be Room 25, Mrs. Macias.
Congratulations to all of my Block F recipients. I am so proud of you. I wish we could be together to celebrate this, but know that I am proud of you and all the hard work that you put into achieving this award. You should be so proud of yourself. I am. I'm proud of all of you, and you guys are awesome. Congratulations. This is well deserved.
Thank you, Mrs. Macias. Our first recipient from Room 25 is Kira Bautista. Kira is a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Kira! Her greatest accomplishment this school year was making others feel good about themselves and achieving her goals for her grades. In 10 years, she sees herself as an astronomer studying the undiscovered in outer space and some of the things we already know. Her greatest inspiration is her parents for helping her to get through the school year and pushing her to her limits. She would also like to thank her friends for always being there for her, even since 3rd grade. Way to go, Kira. Our next recipient from Room 25 is Joaquin E Campos. Joaquin is also a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Joaquin. His greatest accomplishment this school year was completing Block F for 3 consecutive years. In 10 years, Joaquin sees himself as the same boy 10 years ago who does not and never will know everything about life. That's deep, Joaquin. His greatest inspiration and his special thanks would like to go to his family for their amazing support through everything he did and will do. Great job, Joaquin. Our next recipient from Room 25 is Amina Chevik. Amina is also a 3-year recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Amina. Amina says her greatest accomplishment this year was becoming a 6th grader. Even though her year was cut short, she feels like she made the best of this last year, and she is proud that she will always be a Marlin. Earning straight A's, becoming a Spartanian, she could not be more proud of her achievements. She made the dream team on varsity basketball and had an amazing team in JV volleyball, even earning Coach's Award and Most Outstanding Player. In 10 years, she says, I expect to look at the world positively, doing good things for the people around me, and living a wonderful life. I would be starting medical school and working my way up to have a professional career as an emergency room doctor. You can do it, Amina. She would also like to thank and recognize her parents for being her inspiration. Her dad has always taught her to be the best she can be, and her mom has taught her to serve others by example and always be herself. So she would like to thank all of the Fugman teachers, staff, parents, her sister and brother, and her friends for helping her to achieve Block F. Way to go, Amina. Our next recipient from Room 25 is Chris Jang. Chris's greatest accomplishment this school year was performing in the being concert master in the orchestra, In 10 years, he says he sees himself sitting in a library at UC Berkeley. I think he means as a student. His greatest inspiration and who he would like to thank are his teachers and parents. He would like to thank them for their help in educating him. Great job, Chris. Our next recipient from Room 25 is Liam Murray. Liam's greatest accomplishment this year was earning the Block F Award. In 10 years, Liam sees himself programming computers or apps for a tech company and also hiring Mr. Olson to work for him. Just kidding, I added that last part. His greatest inspiration and who he would like to thank are his mom and dad. He wouldn't have even tried without them. Great job, Leila. Our next recipient from room 25 is Maha Nadapali. Maha's greatest accomplishment this year was to earn the Block F Award. In 10 years, she sees herself going to college and getting to have her dream job. Her greatest inspiration is her family. She would like to thank her mom, dad, and friends for their support. Great job, Maha. Our next recipient is Aiden Patel. Aiden notes that his greatest accomplishment was when he took a 34-point AR test and got 95%. That is awesome. In 10 years, he sees himself as a famous tech YouTuber. All right, Aiden, we'll see you on YouTube, buddy. Wait, are we watching this on YouTube? Wow, weird. All right, his greatest inspiration is his dad. He is always pushing him in a good way. Great job, Aiden. Our next recipient is Matthew Paul. Matthew's greatest accomplishment this year was when the robotics team qualified for the World Championships to Arkansas, and he qualified for the county spelling bee. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, both were canceled, but still amazing accomplishments. In 10 years, Matthew sees himself in university studying to be a doctor. His greatest inspiration and who he would like to thank are his parents. They have always been there to help and support. They make him feel better even when he's upset. They always tell me to work hard and never give up, because that's what they did when they were kids. Great job, Matthew. Our next recipient is Ernest Pineda. Ernest is also a 3-time Block F recipient. Way to go, Ernest. His greatest accomplishment this school year include getting a chance to represent the Central Valley in the Global Robotics Competition, earning straight A's during his time at Fugman, being a member of the Fugman GATE program, serving as a student body grounds commissioner, and staying as a cellist. In 10 years, Ernest says he sees himself studying hard at a good university like Stanford to become a medical doctor, like my mom and other relatives. Ernest notes that his parents are his greatest inspiration. This is because they were my first teachers, and they have taught me to persevere, work hard, and make sacrifices to achieve my goals. And they have taught me and my sister to be God-fearing. Great job, Ernest. Our next recipient is Priya Parvati. Priya is a 3-year recipient of the Block F honor. Great job, Priya. Her greatest accomplishment this year was winning first place in the Martin Luther King Jr. speech contest. She got to say her speech in front of Mr. Olson at the award ceremony. It was a great experience, and I would love to continue public speaking and improve my skill to its true capacity. Priya, we're excited to see you in public speaking, and we know you're going to go far. In 10 years, she sees herself in her first year of medical school, attending Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University. She says she'll be preparing to go to residency in San Diego to become a cardiologist. Priya notes her inspiration and thanks go to mom, dad, and older sisters, Venetia and Trisha. Her mom inspires her. Sorry, I gotta turn my paper. Her mom inspires her because she is always there for her and will help her no matter what. Her dad inspires her because he is always encouraging her to try to do her best and always work hard. Venetia inspires her because she is already going to be a doctor and goes to an amazing college. Priya says, I want to go to an amazing college and be a doctor just like her. I also have one more sister who is always there to support me. Trisha always makes me happy and will always try her best to like me, even when she doesn't want to. I love my family and would never ask for a different one. Way to go, Priya. Our next recipient is Noah Rodriguez. Noah is a 3-time recipient of the Block F Award. Way to go, Noah. His greatest accomplishment this year has been Block F because this was his 3rd year earning that honor. In 10 years, he sees himself in college earning a master's degree. And his greatest inspiration is his parents because they always push him to be the very best in everything he does. Way to go, Noah. And our final recipient, 2 more. Our next recipient from room 25 is Tanya T. Tanya's greatest accomplishment this year was that she got branch honors and state honors for her piano certificate of merit test. In 10 years, Tanya sees herself graduating from college and going to medical school. I'm inspired by my parents and older brother. They always help me with my homework, sports, and music. Great job, Tanya. And our final recipient is Angelina Zakarian. Angelina says that her greatest accomplishment this year would be Block F because she had worked very hard all year to achieve this award. In 10 years, she says she sees herself as a medical student training to become a cardiologist. I hope to achieve this goal, she says. Her greatest inspiration would be her mom. She always encourages me to work harder and do the work, and not only do the work that I was asked, but also to do extra for practice. I am so blessed to have her in my life. Great job, Angelina. Great job to all of our Room 25 Block F recipients. And congratulations to all of our 6th grade Block F award winners. Special congratulations to our recipients that earned this for a 3rd straight year. We are looking forward to giving you your medal. 6th graders, although this is not the way we wanted to end our year, I want you to know, and I hope you can feel the pride we have in you. We know that not only is Granite Ridge and Clovis North in great hands with our Marlins in the lead, but also our world. You are going to be changers. You're going to be leaders, and we cannot wait to see the impact that you are going to have, not only in school, but beyond. This group was an incredible group, and I am so proud and honored to call you my very first 6th grade class as a principal. I wish I could be with you in person celebrating, but please know that my pride and joy is coming all the way through that screen, and you are such an amazing group of kiddos, and we cannot wait to see what happens in the years to come. Please make sure you come back and visit us at Fugman. You will always have a home here. We can't wait to see you down the road, and whether you're watching this at morning or night, or for the 2nd or 3rd time, we hope you and your family are well. Thanks for tuning in, and congratulations to all of our 6th grade Block F recipients. Way to go, you did it.